If I had to start my trucking business over today, here's 3 pro tips that I wish I would have knew. This would have saved me countless amounts of money, sleepless nights, and overall stress and headaches. So if you're looking to get into trucking or you into trucking, this video is just for you. What up though, everybody? My name is Eric. For the last 5 years, I ran my own trucking company. We operated with Sprinter vans, box trucks, and semi trucks. This channel will be where I share my experience in the business through blood, sweat, and tears. So hopefully you will have to learn things the hard way. Alright guys, let's get into pro tip number 1. The first step will be compliance. Filing all of your paperwork and getting your business started. So when you first start out, once you get your LLC paperwork for whatever trucking business you want to start, you need to get your federal filings. That's your BLC3, your MCS 150, your USDOT numbers, your MC numbers. These are all mandatory things that you have to start before you can get any freight. But if you go to FMCSA website, they have a phone number there, and also they have instructions for you to get each and every federal filing that you need in order to start your trucking business. Pro tip number 2 is scaling and the volatility of the business. When you first start out, I would really tell you the best thing for you to do is don't buy a truck. I know that may sound crazy, but I'm being God honest truth. You don't want to get into a truck before you find out what you're going to be hauling, what the money is, or anything like that. And that was one mistake I made. So the first thing you want to do is find the freight first. I know this may sound hard to some of you, but hey, you might have to fake it till you make it. It makes more sense when you get on that phone and you can figure out what the numbers are before you get behind and end up in a truck that you can't afford. So find the freight first is the second pro tip that I would say. Get out there, make those calls, figure out what needs to be moved around, figure out what the price is. Then you can figure out a budget on what kind of truck you can get and either purchase or rent. It's your choice. All right, pro tip number 3, and probably one of the most important ones, insurance. As you know, insurance can get very, very high. I'm in Michigan, so it's through the roof. So one thing I would tell you is to find a location where the population is not as high as an urban city area. You want to go somewhere maybe 50 to 100 miles outside of a major city, maybe even another state if you can pull it. But the main thing is this: AI is everywhere, information and technology is everywhere. Find you a virtual office, somewhere where you can go where the population is not that high and the overhead is not that high for the virtual office. Once you do that, shop the quotes for that area. It's going to save you tons of money on insurance. Secondly is this: while you're shopping around, understand that even if you're doing dedicated freight, if you find it, you can still make your coverage area all across nationwide. So it doesn't matter. As long as you're saving money on that, as long as you're saving money on insurance as far as with coverage, you can drive all over the nation if you want to. That part, you're good, as long as you're saving. Now another thing I would do is compare. If you don't believe me, try it. Just use the address at one of the virtual offices and use the address in one of your local cities, wherever you guys are. Or if you're already in a rural area, you might be in a good spot. Me, I'm in Michigan. So it may be different for you guys if you're not in the Midwest. Maybe you're in the South, or maybe you're in the East Coast. But I would for sure try somewhere where the population is not as high as an urban area. I'm gonna start doing a lot more videos in the future about trucking and my experience. And really guys, I just want to be here to help for the most part. I don't know where you are in your trucking experience. You can comment below, let me know if you got any other questions that I can help you guys with. All right, peace out.